And so when we talk about the inclusion agenda in the digital realm, it means, and when we say we're leaving no one behind, it means that we have to pay very special and particular attention to those people where it's very easy to leave them behind. So whether it's the women, whether it's the girls, whether it's people with disabilities, because in many ways the technologies and tools that we put to the disposal are not very mindful of people that live with different kinds of disabilities, and we have to make sure that that is catered for. But at the same time, even refugees. Here in Rwanda, we are a government that has opened up for refugees, but we've also been a government that has put in efforts to ensure that they also can have access to basic services that Rwandans have. And so the same service a Rwandan will have, a refugee will have. And I remember there was a time we had a very interesting partnership with Visa, which was around unlocking financial inclusion for people living in refugee camps. And so that intentionality in how we design programs that are going to be specific to each of the categories is important. Again, I think I can't discuss this or even share the importance of it. We will need to find multiple ways of closing the gap for the different groups. We're never going to find a one-size-fits-all solution that does it for us. And so figuring out those different groups, what does it take to unlock the willingness to pay and adoption? What will it take? What kind of partners need to come on board that have a shared commitment to driving access to opportunities for them? And through those partnerships, we'll be able to unlock those commitments. So as I close on this, I did mention different things that we're doing as Rwanda to really close the usage gap from the various device financing schemes that are launched from our telecommunication companies, MTN that launched a program that is now, within the first 6 months of launching the program, they had over 100,000, people that were buying smartphones. So it just meant that we needed to create the opportunity, and people would really find a way of benefiting from it. We have Airtel that has launched, but again, these are not enough. We're going to need more of those. On the digital scaling side, today we have 1,500 digital ambassadors. I see Dot in the room. I think the digital ambassadors concept started with them. And we started with just 100. And very quickly we realized that 100 digital ambassadors for 13 million people is just not going to cut it. Because it just means how many people are you serving as one digital ambassador, and how long is it going to take you to come back to this person and train them to the next level? Today, we're at 1,500 digital ambassadors. It's still not enough. We want to make sure that in the next 6 months, we at least reach 5,000. We have partners from the World Bank, GIZ, COICA that have really worked very closely with us to ensure that we have 5,000 digital ambassadors. But in the end, our ambition is to make sure that at the smallest administrative level of local government, which is a village, at least we have a digital ambassador. For every, let's say, 50 households, there's a digital ambassador that is constantly hand-holding them through a process, and after a year or two of a very structured program of training, we'll be able to see the benefits of that. And as we do all of this, then the young people in the room, the people who are putting their skills to use, will then create the right products, the right services that are in the local languages and that will drive adoption. So again, for me, as I close on this, this is really a call to every one of you. Every one of you has something to contribute. And no contribution is small in any way. And so whatever contribution you can make, let's partner, let's work together, and let's figure out if it creates the right impact, and we will work together as a government to scale some of these initiatives.